Hey guys, what's happening? Man, a crazy day today. Not as exciting as yesterday, but it was a little crazy. You know, this is what I wanted to do about 1 o'clock. I don't even remember what time it was. I think it was around 1 or something like that. I wanted to take my fist, push it through the computer, and punch whoever in the hell dropped this news about China tariffs right in the middle of the trading day. Why not wait till after the market closes? Why not wait till later on this evening? Why drop it in the middle of the day? I guess somebody thought it was funny. They know this is going to tank the market. They know it's going to cause people to tighten up a little bit. And now I'm assuming this is what dropped the market. Now, it just so happened that the market dropped when this news came out. So I'm trying to put two and two together. It may not even be related. Who knows? But this is what I'm blaming it on. And so that's why I wanted to put my fist through the computer. Because I was in this trade. This ROKU trade. And I'll talk about the early trade first. Early next. But I got in. Well, I need to preface this. Okay, I got in this morning. Now, this wasn't on my watch list, obviously. Here's yesterday's close price. There's no gap. All right? There's a little volume, but there's no gap. So I didn't put it on my watch list. But at the open, look at what it did. This thing screamed up and ran up to the 90-day. Next candle opened, sold off a little bit, and then screened up past the 90-day and past the 5-minute open range high. So I jumped in. I'm like, hey, this is a good trade here. So I didn't have this 20-day mark. This is the 20 EMA from the daily chart. I didn't have it marked on my chart because this wasn't on my watch list. I didn't mark the chart up. So I got really frustrated at myself once I realized I jumped in this trade and didn't realize the 20 was here. Now, yeah, I might still have got in this, but I would have taken some profit here. And I didn't even realize it was there until after the trade was over. And I kind of looked at it after the fact and felt really stupid. That I didn't even pay attention to this. So this trade was completely my fault. And I was a little bit frustrated with myself. So there was really nothing clean setting up. I looked and watched, and I'm the type person where I'm not going to jump in anything if it's not clean. Now, I know I was forcing things sometimes. Sometimes the pressure of being in front of people forces you to want to take a trade. But I'm working really hard on that, and I'm not forcing trades. I'm not making these trades happen. I just wait. So here I waited until we got back green on the day, kind of established that, and we made a nice run up here, but stopped at 135.40. My target was at 135.50. So we came within 10 cents and then quickly sold off again. And, I was kind of watching it. We had all this support up under here. I'm like, it can't lose all this support. It can, but it shouldn't. So it worked its way back up. We hit 150. It started to pick up some volume. And I was getting kind of excited and expecting this thing to make this push up. And the news comes out, the market tanks, and so does this stock. I turned my head for like 2 minutes, and before you know it, I'm stopped out, just like that. And I'm like, it was very frustrating. But that's what made me upset and why I wanted to put my fist through the computer and punch whoever decided to drop the story when they did. But you can see it sold off pretty hard and then bounced, and it since sold off. I think now it's right around 133 even, but I mean, really, really disappointing. But here's what we were looking at yesterday. Oh, ended up minus 123.96. This trade, had it worked, would have taken care of this loss and then made me profit. Now I'd have been sitting pretty. I know we can't control the news and when it comes out and what comes out and how it comes out. We can't control that. We just have to deal with it. And that's pretty much what happened. I had to deal with it and just move on from there. But you can see it has some pretty big slippage. My stop on this was 134.50, and it didn't fill until 134.31. That's how fast this thing was dipping, and it filled me down there. So it was really, really wicked. But I'll take it and we'll move on till tomorrow. No hard feelings. But this is what I was looking at on Roku, and this is, I think I showed you this yesterday. We were in this channel, and I'm looking for it to push back up and tap the top of this through 140. Potentially want the 50 up here. I was really looking for it to potentially get to the 50-day today. I thought we were going to have those type of legs. But we couldn't even push through the 90 and the 20 right here. So it may be coming back tomorrow. It may come back and retest this level. Or it may just hang here for a minute before, it rockets back off. But whatever the case is, it just made for a really piss poor day for me. But I stuck to my plan. I stopped out when I was supposed to. I made that critical error in the morning. We dealt with that and we moved on from there. But the interesting thing is I had a long mentor session today after the market closed. And this guy, he was kind of frustrated. He's like, I've been here for 2 years. I've been trying to do this and trying to do that. And we really unboxed it and unpacked everything. And he made and was making the critical error that I try to get everybody not to make. If you're going to learn from me, then you need to learn from me. If you have to listen to 5 and 6 people on YouTube and watch this video and watch that video, and you try to bring all this stuff into what I'm trying to teach you, you're never going to get anywhere. You're never going to find consistency. You're always going to chase your tail. What I do, I prove it to you every day. I'm not telling you this is consistent. You actually see it in action. You actually see me sticking to one thing, and over the course of a week, 2 weeks, a month, I make money. And that's what you want to do. That's where you want to get. You want to get the profitability. You have to learn what I'm teaching. You have to immerse yourself in what I'm teaching you. Once you get the profitability, then you've got the skills that you need to branch out. And maybe you can, tweak this strategy to fit you, or tweak to where you can make more money. You want to size up and you don't want to do this, or you don't want to do that. At least you have a foundation or a base that you can fall back on, that if you really get screwed up, you can always come back to what I've taught you and make money. And that's what it's about. But if you never do that, if you're in my room and this person's room and that person's room, and you're trying to do all of these different things, and you haven't picked a spot, don't expect to make money. So whoever you find, I don't care if it doesn't have to be me. But whoever you follow, whoever you want to choose to learn from, you have to stick to that person. And you have to learn what they're are teaching you. Yeah, you want to make sure that they're actually trading what they're teaching you. You know, what's the only way I know how to do that is for you to be right there with me every day. But, you know, and see it happen. But you want to make sure what they're teaching you, they're actually doing, because if they're not doing it, it's probably not viable. Or if they're just telling you I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, you don't know. And so you may get caught up in that trap. But whatever it is, whoever you're learning from, you want to choose that, you want to immerse yourself in it, and you want to make it happen. If not, you try to do too many things at one time, you put too many irons in the fire, you're watching 20 videos a night and say, ooh, you know what, this looks good, I'm going to try that. Ooh, this looks good, I'm going to try that. You're going to be trying it every time you put money in your account. You know, the market's going to be taking money out of your butt like a ready teller. So unless you want that to continue to happen, you're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to focus on one thing, one person, learn that, learn how to be consistent in what you do, and you will have developed the skills that you're going to need and that you could take into any other strategy you learn, because that's what you're going to need to implement. So, you know, it was an interesting evening. It took a while to unpack all this stuff, but once we got to the root cause, it made sense. And him going back, looking at how things unfolded over these last couple of years, he realized that's what was happening. So trust me, you have to pick a spot, and you got to stick to it until you get to the point where you have developed the skills and you are consistent with what you're applying to the market. And once you do that, you could just start building on that. You would have developed those skills that's going to allow you to be a successful trader. So that's all I got for tonight. You guys have a great night, a great evening, and we'll get back at this in the morning.